Okay, so we are in scene 4 of Act 1, and uh, what we're noticing in this scene particularly is the progression in Macbeth's ambition. When we last saw him, he had just received the prophetic word from the witches, and his last statement, we'll just look back at it, was, "If chance will have me king, why chance may crown me without my stir." So he's content to leave the kind of unfolding of events to chance. And in this scene, we see that ambition has progressed and found a focus that wasn't with it. It wasn't there before. A couple of things just to point out before we get to that point, though, and that is the scene begins with the news that the previous Thane of Cawdor, that's the one who's rebelled against King Duncan, has been executed. And Malcolm makes this statement here that nothing in his life became him like the leaving it. And what that is there is it's a little foreshadowing of what's to come with the new Thane of Cawdor, and that is Macbeth. So it's worth just highlighting that, making a note of it. We'll mention that when we get to the end. Another kind of moment that's good to note, and a little bit of a kind of dramatic irony, is that Duncan, when talking again about the previous Thane of Cawdor, who'd obviously betrayed him and let him down, he says this: "There's no art to find the mind's construction in the face." In other words, you can't tell that somebody's a good person just by looking at them. And at that moment, who walks onto the stage but Macbeth? And you see that there's a bit of an irony there, because having made that mistake before with the previous Thane of Cawdor, Duncan is about to make the same mistake with Macbeth. Another little quote there to take a note of. Remember I said that it was good to have a list of quotes, of little phrases that just apply to Macbeth, because it's good to kind of work them into your essay to show that you really know the text well. "O worthiest cousin" is a good one to take note of, another expression that's referring to Macbeth himself. Okay, but we mentioned earlier that this scene is really about the progression of Macbeth's ambition from a place in the previous scene where he's trusting to chance to crown him. Here it finds a focus, and the reason it finds a focus is because Duncan names Malcolm, his son, as his successor to the throne. And Macbeth in that moment realizes that actually chance is probably not going to crown him without his stir, and if he wants to be king, he's going to have to do something about it. He's going to have to commit some dreadful act. And a good quote for that is this one in a side. So again, it's not something that anybody else on stage could hear, but "The Prince of Cumberland, that is a step on which I must fall down, or else o'erleap, for in my way it lies." And there we have the clarification of Macbeth's ambition. It finds a focus. Now he knows if he is going to be king, he will have to do something to make it happen. And another little quote here that is a useful kind of summary statement to describe Macbeth's ambition across this opening act is "my black and deep desires." And "black and deep desires" is a phrase that you can drop into your essay to kind of sum up all the ambition that Macbeth has in this first act. And there, just to finish up, is yet another little phrase that's good to take a note of: "a peerless kinsman." And obviously there's some irony in that by the time Duncan says that at the close of the scene, because we know that already Macbeth is dreaming of treachery. Okay, so that is Act 4. Scene 4.